Welcome to BTV News Hour. I'm Angelina Mambo, and it's Wednesday, the 22nd of June 2016. Here are our headlines. Aisha Buhari released fake passport. Nigeria has only one Aisha Buhari linked to Halliburton scandal. Buhari appoints Northerners to head all defense units, points to a regional war. Avengers, we cannot cease fire until you release Nnamdi Kanu. EFCC freezes Governor Fayoshe's personal account. Now, the news in details. With the case of forged certificates in court, a new story with evidence implicating Aisha Buhari in the Halliburton scandal has met a new twist as the controversy surrounding the identity of the woman Aisha Buhari, who was indicted in the Halliburton scandal by United States authority, has increased. In an attempt by the Buhari's government and EFCC to cover the alleged involvement of Aisha Buhari, the wife of the Nigerian president, a fake Nigerian passport was produced with the name Aisha Muhammadu Buhari from Daura. The fake passport, hurriedly produced by the government, left a trail where the date of birth was modified, but carelessly they were unable to clean and reprint it properly. A careful look at the age on the passport will confirm that Aisha Buhari is indeed 41 years old, which makes our assertion that she was raped at the age of 9 correct. They used the correct age in this forgery, but with wrong picture. The United States government indicted Aisha Buhari and other Nigerians over their role in the Halliburton case, and there is possibility that the Nigerian culprit, including the wife of Nigerian president, will have a day in the U.S. court. Their U.S. collaborators, including a U.S. congressman, are serving various jail terms. Muhammadu Buhari announced a former Kano State Police Commissioner, Ibrahim Botun Idris, as the new acting Inspector General of Police. Mr. Idris is an Assistant Inspector General of Police who once led the Kano State Police Command. Idris will replace Solomon Araze, who have retired from service. Therefore, it virtually means that all defense chiefs has been allocated to Northerners by Muhammadu Buhari. Nigeria is not safe with this system, as evidenced so far both in the killing of Biafrans by the Nigerian forces and in the inaction of same Nigerian forces in the massacre of the same Biafrans by Fulani herdsmen of the north. This seems like a rehearsed plan by this administration to kill and deny the Biafrans their fundamental rights using the force headed by Northerners. And should it deteriorate, the control of all the forces are in obedience to the Northern vision. Thus, they would be an instrument to wage a war against the Biafrans in favor of the Northern agenda. The Niger Delta Avengers has refuted claims by the federal government of Nigeria that they had negotiated and agreed to a ceasefire with them, as reported by the Nigerian media early yesterday. It was reported on Tuesday morning, the 21st of June, that federal government and other groups fighting for the emancipation of their people in the region, including the NDA, which has claimed responsibility for a series of attacks on oil and gas installations in recent months, have agreed to a 30-day truce to give President Muhammadu Buhari time to come up with a comprehensive plan for the oil-rich region. The 30 days ceasefire was said to have been agreed upon last week by a federal government team led by the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Dr. Ibe Kachukwu, and representative of the Freedom Fighters Group, community leaders, and the state government. The Avengers, in response to the blatant lie peddled by the Nigerian government via their media, sent out a tweet a few hours ago which made mockery of the supposed agreement signifying their resolute stance to continue destroying all the oil pipelines in the region until there is no more oil to drill. This is not the first time that the Nigerian government have been fooling and feeding her masses with false news in order to calm the nerve of Nigerians. The earlier they come to term with the Avengers mission to cripple the economy, the better for Buhari and his pathological lying government. The Avengers will only sheath their sword when their condition for ceasefire has been met, which includes the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, as directed by the various competent courts of jurisdiction. Release him and have your peace, Buhari. And if you insist on doing otherwise, then the Avengers must continue with their mission, Operation Red Economy. Mr. Ayo Fayose, governor of Ekiti State in southern Nigeria, announced on Monday, June 20th, 2016, that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has frozen his personal bank account in Zenith Bank. Fayose has been an outspoken critic of President Muhammadu Buhari and enjoys immunity for criminal prosecution as a governor. My personal account at a Zenith Bank has been frozen courtesy of Buhari-led APC tyrannical government, the governor wrote on Twitter. On Sunday, Fayose raised an alarm accusing the Buhari government of a plot to use EFCC to harass his political associates in Ekiti State with the view of nailing him by all means. At a press conference on Sunday, the Ekiti governor revealed that EFCC has been threatening officials of his state government with arrest. He further alleged that there was a plot to detain his associates indefinitely, force them to make incriminating statements against him while feeding the public with orchestrated fake reports. He further stated that the plot against him is being coordinated through the offices of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and the Attorney General of the Federation, and is being led by some politicians from Ekiti State, including an Ekiti-born senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, and self-professed human rights activist and a special advisor to the Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo. There has been no official comment to this allegation from the bank or from the anti-graft agency EFCC, which has been accused of gross violation of human rights under the Buhari government. Thank you so much for joining us here on BTV News Hour. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.